Former Haas boss Guenther Steiner is back in the global spotlight, with the Italian set to join MotoGP next year, after leading a €20 million takeover of the Red Bull KTM Tech3 team. Steiner, who has been in elite motorsport for 4 decades, doesn't take over as CEO of the Hervé Poncharal-built squad until next year. But in an exclusive chat with the Inside Line, said he's looking forward to making progress from Tech3's solid foundations.
They are capable of a lot of things. I mean, you know, KTM, it's always the second or the third best bike. So we just need to try to get the best out of it. And obviously, for us next year, it's mainly a learning year for me personally. But the team is very well established, you know, so we just need to see what we can do better and hopefully we implement something. But for me, next year to have another podium would be success.
Steiner has, of course, kept his eyes on F1 as a former team boss and more recently as a pundit. And in looking towards 2026, says it will be a crucial campaign for Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton.
I think, first of all, we have to see who is good next year. Could be Ferrari. Ferrari is good, and maybe Lewis likes the cars, the new cars better than the old ones without the ground effect. You know, because he never really adapted to the ground effect cars. And I don't know if it was how the car drives, or is it just that he was off. We will find out next year, you know, because there's no ground effect anymore. So I think if next year goes not to his and Ferrari's liking, it will be his last year at Ferrari.
Steiner is long gone from Haas, but has seen the American F1 team struggle this year with yo-yoing performance.
You know, they are 9th, which is nothing great, I would say, nothing to write home about, you know. But it's tough in the midfield, and obviously the other ones have done a better job. You know, fair play to say.
Racing Bulls rookie Isack Hadjar is edging ever closer to that promotion to Red Bull's top team next season, alongside Top Gun Max Verstappen. For many, it's a fait accompli, his ascent all but confirmed, with the final seats at Racing Bulls set to be a straight fight between Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda, who has been bankrolled by backer Honda. And the momentum behind Hadjar was on show earlier this month at Red Bull's Motormania Festival, where the young Frenchman nicknamed Petit Prost was heralded at rural French track Magny-Cours. There, amongst the on-track demonstrations, Hadjar and his countryman Sébastien Buemi ran in historic cars, with the rookie cutting his first F1 laps on home soil in a Racing Bulls liveried 2011 Red Bull.
It feels amazing. It's kind of my home race. You know, we don't have Magny-Cours on the calendar. We don't have a French Grand Prix, so this is kind of my own event. So it's very special for me.
Hadjar has been a star of the 2025 season, with the rookie rising up after an embarrassing formation lap crash on debut in Australia to score points at 5 of the first 9 races and a podium at Zandvoort. But while Hadjar is the youngest Frenchman to climb the rostrum steps, he's expecting more returns in the future.
It feels good, you know, it's one of the targets since I'm a kid to stand on an F1 podium, but it's only the beginning.
Hadjar is likely destined for a Red Bull racing drive next year, but he'll miss out on a chance to compete at his home event, despite France being the birthplace of motorsport. With the last French Grand Prix held in 2022 at iconic Marseille track Paul Ricard, that hosted 4 events from 2018. Before that, the race was held at Magny-Cours from 1991 to 2008.
It's unfortunate it's not on the calendar and, you know, for competing, but at least it was good to have all the French fans reunited, and to do it in a World Championship winning car is definitely special.
Valtteri Bottas may be on the sidelines in 2025, but he's been taken care of since leaving Sauber last season, with a Mercedes reserve role that he has since parlayed into a multi-year Cadillac race drive. It's a move that has re-secured his future, his place on the F1 grid, along with that of fellow veteran, ex-Red Bull driver Sergio Perez.
We couldn't be more excited. you know, to be able to finally have it out there that Valtteri Bottas and Checo Perez are the inaugural drivers for the Cadillac Formula One team, and like, we're super pumped.
But in returning to F1 competition next season, Bottas and his pro cyclist girlfriend Tiffany Cromwell headed to Saint-Tropez, France, around 3 hours drive from their Monaco base, for some time with Denmark's SailGP team and its race-winning F50 supercharged catamaran, the series' fastest with the class speed record. Bottas got a tour to start with before some crucial safety training, and then got into the hot seat to become 6th sailor. The Flying Finn was just that, as he made precision maneuvers in the F50 under instruction, with Bottas no stranger to radio comms.
Intense. Yeah, definitely have even more respect for these guys now and for the whole team. Everything just happened so quick. Of course, you know, with practice they probably get used to it, but for me I was like, oh, pretty shocked how quickly everything happened.
Bottas also saw there were plenty of parallels between F1 and SailGP.
Being really good in the teamwork, it seems to be the key in this one, so everyone wants to work really synchronized. Yeah.
Bottas's preparation for 2026 is set to ramp up, with fewer than 6 months until the opening race in Australia. Anything can happen in Baku, with the Azerbaijan capital's street circuit a monster that can lure cars into the barriers at high speed. And 2025's edition saw Red Bull Top Gun Max Verstappen again do what he does best: stay calm through the chaos to win in the Land of Fire for a second time, his 4th this season and 67th overall. With his 2nd straight victory giving him some hope of rejoining the title battle, should Red Bull's pace continue at higher downforce tracks. Verstappen, who scored his 6th Grand Slam, finished over 14 seconds ahead of Mercedes' George Russell, his first podium since Hungary, despite feeling unwell all weekend, with Carlos Sainz 3rd and on merit for his first Williams podium, the squad's first since 2021, having made the most of a wild qualifying session with its record 6 red flag periods to nab a front row start. He then dropped 1 place after his stop and kept Merc rookie Andrea Kimi Antonelli behind him. I think it's one of my best races ever. We've been working so hard and gone through some really big ups and downs, he said. Racing Bulls had a fantastic round for its 2nd double point score of the year, with Liam Lawson beating Yuki Tsunoda from the top sister team to 5th for his best career result. Following a marquee pass on the way down to turn 3 on lap 39 and on the man who replaced him after China. Isaac Hadjar was 10th for the final point after he lost places at the safety car restart. For McLaren, Azerbaijan was punishing, over and above a lost chance to lift the Constructors' title in record time, with standings leader Oscar Piastri going into the barrier in qualifying and the race, the 2nd after a jumped start for 3 uncharacteristic errors. While Lando Norris failed to capitalize on Piastri's misfortunes, having finished where he started in 7th, with a chance to score more than 6 points, destroyed by a slow safety car restart and pit stop. After not doing a good enough job yesterday and a lack of real strategy options today, there wasn't much more we could have done, Norris said. It wasn't much better for Ferrari, despite going 1-2 in FP2. With Lewis Hamilton coming home 8th, ahead of teammate Charles Leclerc, who suffered an engine issue that prevented him from overtaking in a straight line, said team boss Frederic Vasseur. Which added yet more embarrassment for the Monegasque after his Q3 crash that put him out of qualifying. To the drivers' standings, where Norris's lowly finish has barely closed the gap to Piastri, now just 25 points. Verstappen is 69 points behind the Australian, a goal for the final 7 races. Onto the Constructors. McLaren goes to Singapore for another chance to secure the title. Mercedes has leapfrogged Ferrari for 2nd. The Racing Bulls team jumped Aston Martin for 6th place. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.